This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. I got a cool monster to show you guys tonight. This is an alien from the 2005 movie War of the Worlds. So this isn't the classic 1953 science fiction movie War of the Worlds. In that film, they are Martians. They come from Mars, just like the original War of the Worlds story by H.G. Wells. In this version, this 2005 version, directed by Steven Spielberg, I don't think they actually come out and call them Martians. I think we're just supposed to think of them as mysterious aliens from elsewhere, but I don't think they ever specifically come out and call them Martians. This is one of those movies that I have in my collection specifically just for the creatures. I can't watch that movie without getting pissed off and frustrated. The kids that played Tom Cruise's kids in that movie, they are so fucking annoying. They infuriate me, especially the son. That's one of those movies that I sit there and I just feel myself getting angry with the film and all the characters. The only reason I have this movie in my collection is because of these aliens and the giant tripod war machines, the giant alien-controlled tripods. That's the only reason I have that movie at all. So every time I put it on, I pretty much just fast forward it till the aliens show up. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan either. I don't really care for him as an actor. I think he pretty much just gets by on his smile, and that's about it. I've only got a couple of movies with Tom Cruise in it. This is one of them. Probably my favorite film with Tom Cruise in it is Ridley Scott's Legend. And, that's because it's a Ridley Scott movie, and it's an awesome fantasy film. But yeah, I am not the biggest Tom Cruise fan. What I am a fan of is really cool looking monsters, and this alien is definitely cool. So what we have here is one of the aliens from that film. And they went with a really neat look. They're definitely not as they were described in the H.G. Wells story. And they don't look anything like the ones from the 1953 film. But these guys are really cool looking. So this is from the Pegasus Company. Hang on, let's show him off a little better. This is, I've got two versions of this model that I'll show you. This is the pre-painted version. So, he comes like this out of the box. Got these little arms on his chest. And like their war machines are tripods, now the aliens themselves are tripods too. They're these little spindly looking creatures. They kind of look like tree frogs, you know? They kind of look like something you'd see in a Brazilian rainforest, you know? They've got those little tree frog type hands, and they move really cool in the movie too. So like I said, this is the pre-painted version. This is the version that comes just like this out of the box. And it's not really a plastic model. It's like it's a vinyl model, but it's a harder vinyl than, like when you get a vinyl model and you put them together, that vinyl is sort of soft. This is on the spectrum of vinyl. This is more towards the I don't know. It's a harder material, but it's definitely a vinyl-like plastic. Anyway, this is the pre-painted one. When this model was first released, though, I ordered it and I got the one that I had to build and paint. And that's this one. So this one I built and painted. And I got all the Thor hair on there because I thought you guys would like to see that. Hang on, let's get a better look at him. So, okay, when I paint models, I paint them the way that they looked to me on screen. So there's sort of two schools of when you paint models. There is you can paint it the way, you know, the monster, the way the suit looks in normal light, you know, so that may be the way that the creatures looked in well, they didn't build suits. Those were actually 3D CGI models, but in normal lighting, that may be the way the creature looks, that lighter sort of blue. But in the film, you know, surrounded in shadows and stuff, it looked, to me at least, this like a darker color. So that's the paint job I went with. So I tend to paint things the way they look on screen, as opposed to the way the actual suit looks in real life, in natural light. But I have friends that are model builders that they will paint the thing the opposite. They will paint it the way that the suit looks in natural light, and then they will light their models or their dioramas to give it that effect of the movie. I don't think one way is right or one way is wrong. I just, there's different ways to do it. I tend to paint the creatures the way they looked when I watched the movie. So I like both. I like both paint jobs. I like my darker tones, but then I like theirs too. Of course, when you see these creatures in the movie, they're climbing around in a basement, and it's darkly lit. So I think I can be forgiven that mine is a few shades darker. But how do you guys paint your stuff? Do you paint them? Do you paint the stuff the way it looked on screen, or do you paint the way the piece looks in real life? Okay, so the reason I was doing this video is so like in 2005, when this film came out, I got this one, and I built it and I painted it. And then a few months later, I was able to get one of the pre-painted ones. And I had this guy sitting out, and my beautiful German Shepherd Thor knocked him down, and one of his toes busted off. That toe right there. And I don't know if Thor ate it. I don't know what happened to it, but I couldn't find that damn toe. And it pissed me off, because it's a beautiful creature, and he was missing a toe. So, Monsters in Motion has this guy on sale right now for like $32 or something. And so I saw that last week, and I was like, oh shit, I can get a replacement. So I ordered this guy, which, as you can see, he has all his little toes. So now I've got 3 of them. They've got 3 toes and 3 legs, and I've got 3 of them. 3, and that's a magic number. Yeah, I didn't mean for it to work out that way, but now I've got 3 of them. I'll keep this guy aimed towards the back so you can't really see his busted foot. But anyway, that is a look at the really cool looking sort of tree frog like aliens from an okay movie. Yeah, there's some movies, man, that the characters are just so fucking annoying that it's just, it's so tedious to try and sit through. And this happens to be one of those films, and it's the kids, Tom Cruise's kids in that movie are just so goddamn annoying. The way that his kids are so defiant, and they back talk to their father, and it's just horrible. You want the Martians to blow them up. But the creature effects are really cool, and that is the reason why I have it in my collection, is for the scenes with these guys. And when the big tripod Martian war machines are walking around blowing shit up, that looks really cool. When their death lasers hit the people just boof, turn into a bunch of ashes right in front of the camera. That looks really cool. So it's a it's a good movie, but it's not great. I'll give it that. I'll say it's good, but it's not great. Now, the 1953 movie, that's great. That's a classic for a reason. Anyway, guys, I hope you like taking a look at the creatures from the 2005 version of War of the Worlds. Hang on, I've got his box right here. I can show you guys if you want to see what their box looks like. I mean, it's not that exciting. It's just a box, but yeah, I don't see on here anywhere that they call them Martians. They just call them alien creatures. So I don't know. Maybe Spielberg didn't want them to be Martians. Okay, so if you guys want to pick one up, they are available right now at Monsters in Motion for like, I don't know, like 32, maybe $35, something like that. But you can get you one of these aliens right now. All right, guys, thanks for stopping back by. I will check in with you guys later. Okay. Go watch the 1953 version. Bye.